You are about to see 25 of the most ingenious, microscopic, and powerful life-hacking tools that actually exist. We aren't talking about generic junk you find in a checkout aisle. We are talking about engineering marvels, tools smaller than a key that can weld plastic, clean glass with NASA technology, or charge a laptop in the middle of nowhere. Some of these are so well hidden, you wouldn't even know they were tools until you needed them. Wait till you see number 3. It completely reinvents how you carry a knife. And number 12, it's a game changer for anyone who owns tech. Quick heads up before we dive in, you can grab any of these gear upgrades right from the links in the description below. Just keep in mind that the prices mentioned here are accurate at the time of recording but might fluctuate based on sales or availability. Let's get into the countdown. Number 25, Peeps Carbon Eyeglass Cleaner, $19.99. Stop ruining your expensive prescription lenses and sunglasses with the bottom of your t-shirt. It sounds harmless, but every time you use a shirt, a napkin, or even a cheap microfiber cloth that hasn't been washed recently, you are essentially grinding abrasive dust and skin oils into the coating of your glass. That is how micro-scratches happen, and over time, that creates that permanent cloudy haze that no amount of spray can fix. The hack here isn't just cleaning, it is the molecular technology involved. This tool uses a proprietary carbon cleaning compound, the exact same technology used by NASA on the International Space Station to clean touchscreens and glass surfaces in zero gravity. It doesn't use liquid, it doesn't use sprays, and it doesn't smear the grease around. It actually lifts the oil and fingerprints off the surface entirely. The design is brilliant in its self-sufficiency. It looks like a small pair of tongs. When you slide the cleaning pads back into the protective case, a friction ring inside recharges the carbon pads, effectively cleaning the cleaner every time you put it away. It's good for over 500 uses before it needs replacing. It also features a retractable goat hair brush on the other end to sweep away large dust particles before you scrub, ensuring you don't drag a grain of sand across your lens. If you wear glasses, this isn't an accessory, it is a maintenance necessity that extends the life of your eyewear by years. Number 24, Screw Pop Ron's Utility Knife 3, price $10. Flying with a multi-tool is a nightmare because TSA will almost certainly confiscate your favorite $100 Leatherman. This tool completely hacks the system of travel carry. It is a minimalist stainless steel chassis that holds a standard disposable utility blade. The genius lies in the locking mechanism. The blade itself acts as the lock. When inserted, it snaps firmly against a tension tab, giving you a rigid, safe cutting edge that feels like a solid fixed blade, yet it's smaller than a standard house key. When you need to head to the airport, you don't leave this at home. You simply pull the lever, remove the cheap razor blade, and throw it in the trash. You can now walk through security with the empty stainless steel housing because it's technically just a bottle opener and a piece of metal without the blade. Once you land at your destination, you walk into any hardware store or gas station, buy a single razor blade for 10 cents, and you have a fully functional heavy-duty cutting tool for your trip. Beyond travel, it's an incredible everyday carry item because it removes the sharpening anxiety. You never have to worry about ruining your edge on cardboard, tape, or drywall. If the blade gets dull or covered in adhesive gunk, you swap it out. It fits on a keychain seamlessly and includes a massive magnet on the side, allowing you to stick it to your refrigerator or tool chest so it's always right where you need it. Number 23, Mogic Super Bagel, $45. The problem with traditional power strips is geometry. They are long, straight lines, and nearly every modern power brick is bulky and square. If you plug in a MacBook charger, you invariably block the outlet next to it, rendering a 4-port strip into a 2-port strip. This device hacks the geometry of charging by adopting a ring shape, a literal bagel. By curving the outlets, it ensures that no matter how massive your power adapters are, they project outward away from the center, meaning they never block each other. You can utilize 100% of the ports simultaneously. It is shockingly small, fitting easily into a pocket or the side pouch of a backpack, yet it offers 4 universal AC sockets that accept plugs from almost any country, US, UK, EU, AU, plus 1 dedicated US socket in the center. But the utility goes deeper. It has a built-in auto-resetting fuse for safety, so you don't blow your hotel room's circuit breaker. It also integrates 2 high-output USB ports for direct device charging. The best part is the cord management. The roughly 3-foot extension cord winds neatly inside the device itself, so there are no dangling wires when it's packed away. For digital nomads or anyone who spends time in coffee shops fighting for the single available outlet, this turns one wall socket into a productivity hub for you and 4 friends. It solves the brick blockage problem once and for all. Number 22, Uncle Bill's Sliver Gripper. Price $7.50. Most tweezers found in drugstores or first aid kits are frankly garbage. They are made of soft metal that bends when you squeeze, causing the tips to splay open right when you need grip strength. This results in the frustrating slip when you're trying to pull a hair or a splinter. This American-made tool changes the standard by using spring-tempered stainless steel manufactured with a singular focus, point retention. The hack is in the manufacturing process. The tips are precision ground to pinpoints that align perfectly. You can literally pick up a single hair off a cactus or remove a microscopic glass shard from your foot without slipping. Because the steel is spring-tempered, it doesn't deform under pressure. The harder you squeeze, the tighter the grip becomes at the very tip, which is the opposite of cheap tweezers. It comes with a patented clip holder that attaches to your keychain, protecting the tips from getting dull or stabbing your leg in your pocket. This is critical because a splinter can ruin a hiking trip or a day of manual labor. Having surgical-grade extraction capabilities on your keys means you can perform minor field surgery the moment an injury happens, preventing infection and pain. It's a humble tool, but the quality difference between this and a generic pair is night and day. Number 21, Night Eyes Quick Stand. Price, $10. We have all been there trying to prop a smartphone up against a water bottle, a coffee mug, or a stack of books just to watch a video or take a Zoom call, only for it to slide down 5 seconds later. Phone cases with built-in kickstands add unnecessary bulk and often break. This engineered solution solves the stability problem while disappearing entirely into your wallet. It is the size of a credit card and slightly thicker, but it folds completely flat. The hack is the adjustable aluminum support bar and the polypropylene hinge system. You can adjust the angle to almost any degree, which is crucial depending on whether you are dealing with overhead glare on a plane or trying to get the right angle for a video conference. Despite looking flimsy, the geometry is surprisingly rigid. It can easily support a large tablet like an iPad mini or a heavy smartphone in a rugged case without tipping over. It works in both portrait and landscape orientation. The rubberized base allows it to grip airplane tray tables or slick granite countertops without sliding away. When you are done, it snaps back into its flat card shape and slides into the credit card slot of your wallet. You will forget you have it until you are stuck on a 6-hour flight and want to watch a movie hands-free. It is the ultimate invisible accessory. Number 20, Bondic LED UV Liquid Plastic Welder. Price $23. Throw away your super glue. We have been trained to think that glue is the answer to broken things, but glue has major flaws. It dries instantly when you don't want it to, it dries up in the bottle, and it is messy. Bondic is not a glue, it is a liquid plastic welder. This is the same type of technology used by dentists to fill cavities and by industrial manufacturers to prototype parts. The hack is control. The liquid plastic solvent inside the tube stays liquid indefinitely. You can squeeze it out, reshape it, wipe it away, and try again as many times as you want. It will never harden until you decide it should. Once you are happy with the placement, you shine the included UV LED light on the liquid for exactly 4 seconds. That UV exposure causes a rapid photochemical reaction that turns the liquid into rock-hard plastic instantly. This allows you to do things glue simply cannot do. You can rebuild a broken plastic tab on a battery cover. You can insulate frayed low-voltage wires like a charging cable because the cured plastic is non-conductive. You can even fill in chips in glass or rebuild the nose pad on a pair of sunglasses. You can sand it, paint it, or drill it once it's cured. It creates a 3D structure rather than just a sticky layer. For anyone who owns 3D prints, this is essential for smoothing out layer lines or fusing parts together. It's a repair shop in a pocket. Number 19, Rolling Square InCharge X. Price, $29. Cables are the single most annoying part of modern carry. You usually need a lightning cable for your iPhone, a USB-C for your laptop or new iPad, and maybe a micro USB for that one random pair of headphones or power bank that hasn't been updated in 5 years. Carrying 3 tangled wires is a mess. This device is the specific antidote to cable spaghetti. It is arguably the most advanced keychain cable ever engineered, packing 6 different connection combinations into a device that is roughly 2 inches long. The hack here isn't just the connectivity, it is the power throughput. Most mini cables are garbage at handling voltage. They charge your phone slowly and will overheat or simply fail if you try to plug them into a laptop. The InCharge X is rated for 100 watts of ultra-fast charging. That is a massive deal. It means this tiny wire on your keychain can actually charge a MacBook Pro or a high-end Windows laptop at full speed. It transforms from USB-A to USB-C, USB-A to Lightning, USB-C to USB-C, and so on. The build quality is what separates it from gas station junk. It uses a zinc aluminum alloy housing and N52 magnets, the strongest grade of commercial magnet available. This allows the cable to snap shut around your keyring with a satisfying click, ensuring it never falls off. It also supports data transfer at 480 megabits per second, so it's not just for charging. You can use it to back up your phone to a hard drive in an emergency. It effectively deletes the need to carry a tech pouch for 90% of daily scenarios. Number 18, Lever Gear Bit Vault, $32. There is a constant debate in the everyday carry EDC community. Do you carry tools or do you carry medical supplies? Usually you have to choose because pocket space is finite. The Bit Vault hacks this dilemma by blurring the line between a screwdriver and a pill fob. On the surface, it looks like a sleek metallic capsule attached to your keys. But the chassis is engineered to hold standard hex bits, the kind you use for drills and full-size screwdrivers. The innovation is the internal layout. It comes with a specific selection of bits, Phillips and flathead, but the hack is customization. If you take the bits out, you have a watertight, crush-proof container perfect for carrying emergency ibuprofen, allergy medication, or even a folded-up $100 bill. Or you can mix and match, carry 1 screwdriver bit and 2 pills. It adapts to your day. But it gets smarter. The problem with most keychain screwdrivers is that you can't get any torque, the handle is too small, and the tool slips, stripping the screw. The Bit Vault features a hexagonal socket on the end of the case. When you insert a bit there, the entire case becomes a solid, chunky handle. This gives you enough leverage to actually drive a screw into wood or assemble furniture. It's a waterproof vault that transforms into a legitimate workshop tool in seconds, solving the issue of, I have a screwdriver, but it's too small to work. Number 17, GearAid Knee Glow, price $6. We rely heavily on batteries to see in the dark, but batteries have a 100% failure rate eventually. They die, they leak, or the electronics short out. Chemical glow sticks are great, but they are single-use trash. The Knee Glow is a forever light source that hacks the physics of photoluminescence. Inside this small acrylic marker are crystals of strontium aluminate and rare earth oxides that absorb UV light aggressively. Here is the reality of how it works. If you expose this to sunlight, a lamp, or even your phone's flashlight for just 10 minutes, it will emit a green glow for up to 10 hours. It doesn't just fade instantly like those cheap, glow-in-the-dark stars you had on your ceiling as a kid. It maintains a functional marker glow all night long. This makes it essential for tagging things you need to find in a blackout: your car keys, the zipper on your tent, your dog's collar, or your medical kit. It is completely waterproof and dustproof because it's solid state. There is nothing inside to break. It uses no electricity and generates no heat. The lifespan is cited at roughly 10 years of recharge cycles. In a survival situation or just a power outage, being able to locate your critical gear without fumbling around or wasting your flashlight battery is a massive tactical advantage. It's a $6 insurance policy against total darkness. Number 16, CRKT Peck in the Dark, price $30. Knives are usually bulky, threatening, or heavy. Sometimes you need a cutting tool that is socially acceptable to pull out in an office, but capable enough to break down heavy boxes. This tool is a masterclass in minimalist industrial design. The name stands for Precision Engineered Compact Knife, and it strictly follows that doctrine. It weighs less than 1 ounce. The hack is the Wharncliffe blade shape and the frame lock integration. A Wharncliffe blade has a perfectly straight cutting edge with a fine point, which transfers 100% of your downward force into the tip. This makes it exponentially better at opening packages, cutting zip ties, or scoring drywall than a curved blade, which can slip. It functions almost like a scalpel. Mechanically, it is fascinating because it creates safety through geometry. When the knife is closed, the blade is actually exposed, but it sits perfectly flush against the handle. You cannot cut yourself because the edge is physically shielded by the frame, yet there is no extra material covering it. This reduces the parts count to the bare minimum, just a blade, a handle, and a screw. When you open it, the frame lock snaps over with a vault-like security, preventing it from closing on your fingers. It is rugged, sharp, and disappears into a pocket until you need precision cutting power. Number 15. Poca Pen. Price $12. Pack of 2. Writing instruments are the most overlooked part of a kit. You assume you will always find a pen, until you need to write down a license plate number after a fender bender or sign a document on the go and realize you have nothing. Mini pens usually suffer from cramp factor. They are so small that writing with them feels like holding a toothpick. The Poca Pen hacks this ergonomic failure with a post-to-lock design. When closed, it is tiny, perfect for a pocket or keychain. But when you pull the cap off and snap it onto the back of the pen, it mechanically locks in place, extending the pen to a full-size standard length. You get the comfort and control of a regular office pen in a package that is half the size. The construction is where the value lies. It uses high-impact ABS plastic, which is incredibly durable, and features double O-rings. This seals the ink cartridge inside an airtight chamber, meaning water, dirt, and pocket lint cannot get in to ruin the mechanism. It is dirt cheap, so if you lose it, it's not a tragedy, but it performs like a premium tool. It also accepts replaceable cartridges, so you don't have to throw it away when it runs dry. It is the simple, reliable answer to, does anyone have a pen? Number 14, Quiet Carry the Shorty. Price $68. Most people carry a keychain that is a noisy, jagged ball of metal that scratches their phone screen and pokes holes in their pockets. Key organizers, those devices that stack your keys like a Swiss Army knife, are popular, but they usually stop there. They just hold keys. This device takes that concept and weaponizes it for utility. It is a key organizer, yes, but built directly into the frame is a dedicated high-performance blade made from AUS-8 steel. The hack is the stealth factor. To the naked eye, this just looks like a sleek titanium or steel bar holding your house keys. Nobody glances at it twice. But instantly, you have access to a razor-sharp locking blade that is robust enough for actual cutting tasks. It merges your keychain and your pocket knife into a single entity, reducing the number of things you have to remember to grab in the morning. Unlike cheap organizers that use screws that constantly loosen, causing your keys to explode onto the floor, the Shorty uses custom hardware with O-rings to maintain tension. Your keys swing out smoothly but stay tight. It accommodates 3 to 5 keys easily. The blade itself is designed with a specific drop point geometry that maximizes slicing capability in a short package. If you prefer not to carry a blade, they also offer a version with a multi-tool insert, but the blade version is the ultimate zero-profile carry. It is sophisticated, silent, and serious. Number 13, Tickies. Price $12. If you hike, camp, garden, or own a dog, you need to listen closely. Removing a tick is not just about pulling it out. If you squeeze the body of a tick while it is attached to you, you are essentially acting like a syringe plunger, injecting the contents of the tick's stomach bacteria, Lyme disease, and pathogens directly into your bloodstream. Most generic tweezers are flat and wide, making it almost impossible not to squeeze the body. Tick Ease is the only tool designed to hack the biology of the parasite itself. It is a dual-sided stainless steel instrument. On one side, you have ultra-fine pointy tweezers similar to the Uncle Bills we discussed earlier, perfect for removing tiny nymph ticks. But the real innovation is on the other side, a slotted scoop. This V-shaped device is engineered to slide under the tick's body and wedge against the mouthparts embedded in your skin. When you lift, the scoop leverages the tick out by the head, applying zero pressure to the abdomen. It complies with CDC guidelines for safe removal. This isn't a gadget, it is a medical safety device. It's made from surgical-grade stainless steel, so it can be sterilized with alcohol or heat after use. Ticks are becoming more common in more places. Having this dedicated tool on your keychain or in your first aid kit is a legitimate health safeguard that costs less than a lunch. Number 12. Photon Microlight 2. Price $9. In an era of programmable high-lumen strobe effect tactical flashlights that require user manuals to operate, this device remains the king of simplicity. It is the backup to the backup. We all love high-tech gear, but high-tech gear has circuit boards that can fry and batteries that drain when not in use. The Photon Microlight 2 is the cockroach of the flashlight world. It simply will not die. The hack is the direct connection. There is no complex wiring. It is a battery, a switch, and an LED bulb. That's it. This simplicity makes it virtually indestructible. You can drop it from a 3-story building, run it over with a car, or submerge it in water, and it will likely still turn on. It uses a gold-plated switch mechanism, which is critical because gold doesn't corrode. This means if you leave it in a drawer for 5 years and then the power goes out, it will work. It weighs practically nothing about the same as a single quarter. Yet, it puts out enough light to navigate a dark stairwell, find a keyhole, or signal for help. It comes with a squeeze to on mode for momentary light and a switch to keep it on. For under $10, it provides the one thing money usually can't buy: absolute reliability. It is the light you carry when you can't carry a flashlight. Number 11, Outdoor Edge Slide Winder. Price $14. We are back to cutting tools, but this one solves the dull blade problem forever. Traditional pocket knives require maintenance. You have to buy sharpening stones, learn angles, and oil the steel. Most people just let their knives get dull and dangerous. The slide winder is a utility knife that hacks the maintenance cycle by using standard razor blades that you can buy at any hardware store for pennies. The design is aggressive and clever. It functions as a locking box cutter. You slide the thumb tab, and the blade locks firmly into position, allowing you to slice through carpet, plastic, or rope with aggression. When the edge goes dull, you push a button, pull the blade out, flip it over to use the other side, or swap it for a brand new one. You always have a factory-sharp edge. But it's also a multi-tool. The rear of the handle is shaped into a flathead screwdriver and a prying tool, perfect for opening paint cans or tightening loose screws. It also features a bottle opener integrated into the frame. The handle is made from glass, nylon, composite, and steel, making it lightweight but rugged. It's chunky enough to get a full 4-finger grip, which is rare for keychain tools. It is the perfect beater knife, the one you use for the dirty, gritty jobs you wouldn't want to ruin your nice knife on. Number 10, Keyport Pivot 2, and $25. If the quiet carry Hashian 4 was about stealth, the Keyport Pivot is about modularity. It is the Lego of key organizers. The problem with standard keychains is the jingle. You sound like a janitor walking down the hallway. The Pivot 2 organizes your keys into a silent, stacked brick. But the real hack is the external rail system. Most organizers are sealed units. The Pivot has proprietary rails on the side that allow you to snap on modules. You can clip on a mini flashlight, a pocket knife, a charging cable, or a multi-tool faceplate directly onto the chassis of the key organizer. You build the tool you need. If you are going into a government building and can't have a knife, you unclasp the knife module and leave it in your car. If you are working a night shift, you snap on the flashlight module. It uses a unique locking mechanism that prevents the screws from loosening over time, a major failure point of other organizers. It creates a rigid, unified block of tools and keys that feels great in the hand. It also includes a lost and found service. Each unit has a unique serial number you can register. If someone finds your keys, they can scan the code to contact you anonymously. It modernizes the entire concept of carrying keys. Number 9. Orbit Key Clip V2, $43. Traditional carabiners have a fatal flaw. To get your keys off your belt loop, you have to unhook the entire mechanism, often fumbling with the gate while holding a bag of groceries. Or worse, you have to twist your body awkwardly to unlock your front door while the keys are still attached to your hip. This device hacks the physics of connection using a magnetic fidlock quick-release system. It acts as a primary anchor point on your belt or bag. When you need your keys, you don't unclasp the carabiner, you simply pull the tab downward. The magnets disengage instantly, dropping the keys into your hand. You unlock your door or start your car, and when you are done, you simply bring the keys close to the hip clip. The magnets suck the keys back into place with a satisfying audible mechanical snap. The hack here is the combination of security and speed. The magnetic bond is strong enough to hold heavy sets of keys without accidental detachment. but the specific angle of the pull tab allows for zero resistance release when you want it. It creates a seamless flow of movement that standard carabiners can't match. It transforms the act of retrieving your keys from a clumsy fumble into a fluid, 1-second motion. Number 8. Pathfinder Mini Inferno. Price, $9. 00. If you have ever tried to light a fire in the rain, you know that standard cotton balls or dryer lint will soak up moisture and become useless pulp. Even standard lighters fail when the tinder is wet. The Mini Inferno hacks the chemistry of combustion. These aren't just cotton pads. They are fibrous discs deeply impregnated with a proprietary blend of wax and oils that make them hydrophobic. They literally repel water. The usage method is what makes them a tool rather than just fuel. You can leave the disc whole for a 5 to 7 minute burn time, which is an eternity when you are trying to dry out damp twigs to get a campfire going. Or you can tear the disc open to expose the dry inner fibers. Even if the outside is wet from rain, the torn fibers will catch a spark from a ferro rod instantly. One single tin holds 6 discs, giving you roughly 30 to 40 minutes of guaranteed flame time. In a survival situation where hypothermia is setting in, you don't have time to gather dry pine needles or shave magnesium. You need a sure thing. This is 100% guaranteed fire in a pocket-sized tin, effectively hacking the weather conditions to ensure you stay warm. Number 7. Matador Travel Earplugs Kit. $15. Hearing damage is cumulative and permanent. Most people don't carry earplugs because those bright orange foam ones are ugly, uncomfortable, and muffle sound so bad that you can't hear conversations. Matador hacks this by treating earplugs as high-end gear rather than disposable garbage. The kit includes 2 high-fidelity silicone earplugs that are designed to reduce decibels evenly across the frequency spectrum. This means if you are at a loud concert, on a construction site, or trying to sleep on a noisy airplane, the volume is turned down, but the clarity remains. You can still hear someone talking to you, it just removes the damaging spikes in sound pressure. They feature a triple flange design that fits almost any ear canal securely. But the real product here is the case. They come in a tiny waterproof silicone keychain case that attaches to your zipper pull or keyring. The hack is accessibility. The best earplugs in the world are useless if they are in your drawer at home when the loud noise starts. By making the case part of your daily carry, you ensure you always have protection. It effectively deletes the risk of tinnitus for $15. Number 6. Prometheus Lights Kappa Quick Release. Price, $25. We trust hundreds of dollars worth of gear, car, fobs, flashlights, multi-tools to cheap rings and clips that can bend or break. If you have ever had a keychain disconnect accidentally, losing a valuable tool, you know the pain. The Kappa Quick Release creates a zero-fail connection using a mechanism called a canted coil spring. This is pure mechanical engineering. There are no magnets to attract metal dust or interfere with compasses. Instead, a circular spring inside the female end expands and contracts over a lip on the male end. To separate the two halves, you have to apply exactly 10 pounds of force. This is the Goldilocks zone of force. It is impossible for gravity or snagging on a pocket to pull it apart, but a deliberate human pull separates it instantly. It allows you to keep your car key on the ignition while the rest of your heavy keys stay in your pocket, preventing wear and tear on your car's steering column. Or it lets you detach a flashlight to hand to a friend. The brass or copper construction is bomb-proof. The hack is the peace of mind knowing that your expensive gear is mechanically locked until you decide to unlock it. Number 5. Bit Bar Inline. $80. The curse of the pocket screwdriver is torque. Most mini screwdrivers are shaped like pens or tiny cylinders. You simply cannot get enough grip on them to drive a screw into wood or loosen a rusted bolt. Your hand slips. The Bit Bar Inline hacks the geometry of the screwdriver. It is a solid slab of grade 5 titanium that stores 3 standard hex bits inside the body, held in place by magnets. When closed, it is completely flat and disappears into a coin pocket. But when you need to work, you take a bit out and insert it into the center hole of the body. This transforms the tool into a T-handle driver. This T-shape gives you massive mechanical leverage, allowing you to apply full hand torque to a screw without the tool slipping. It also features a standard inline mode for quick spinning. It is compatible with any standard 1/4 hex bit, so you can swap in Torx, Allen, or Robertson bits depending on your needs. It is expensive, but it replaces the need for a toolbox for 90% of household tasks. The hack is getting shop-level power out of a tool that is thinner than a pack of gum. Number 4, Victorinox Nail Clip 580, $24. Personal grooming tools are often ignored in the tactical world, but a hangnail or a jagged fingernail can be annoying enough to distract you from your work. The Nail Clip 580 is a Swiss Army knife built specifically around hygiene. Unlike the standard Swiss Army knife where the scissors are an afterthought, this tool features a dedicated, heavy-duty nail clipper that folds out from the frame. The hack is the lever action. The clipper arm swings out and locks, providing a surprisingly strong mechanical advantage that cuts through nails cleanly without tearing them. It captures the utility of a full-sized bathroom nail clipper in a package the size of your thumb. Of course, it still retains the classic Victorinox DNA. It has a small knife blade for opening packages, a nail file to smooth rough edges, micro scissors, tweezers, and a toothpick. It is the ultimate civilized carry. Keeping your hands functional is just as important as fixing your gear. This tool ensures you never have to bite a hangnail off again. Number 3, Nitecore Tube V 2x0. Price, $12. Flashlights are usually cylindrical because batteries are cylindrical. This shape is terrible for pockets. It rolls around and creates a bulge. The Nitecore Tube V 2.0 hacks the form factor by using a flat, wafer-style Li-ion battery. It is shaped like a car key fob, meaning it lays perfectly flat against your keys. The specs are ridiculous for the size. It weighs 9.6 grams. That is lighter than a single standard AAA battery. Yet it outputs 55 lumens of light, which is more than enough to navigate a dark parking lot or look under a car seat. The hack is the infinite power loop. It has a micro USB port on the side. You never buy batteries for it. You plug it into your car or laptop for 30 minutes and it's ready to go again. It features a variable brightness lockout mode, so it won't accidentally turn on in your pocket and drain the battery. It is IP65 water resistant and made from high-strength polycarbonate. It proves that you don't need heavy metal tubes to carry light. You can carry a photon generator that weighs less than a sheet of paper. Number 2, Slice 10515 Mini Box Cutter. Price $9.99. We are all guilty of using our house keys to saw through Amazon packing tape. This gums up your keys with adhesive and can actually weaken the metal over time. Or worse, we use dangerous razor blades that rust. The Slice Mini Box Cutter hacks the cutting edge itself. It uses a blade made from zirconium oxide, an advanced ceramic that is harder than steel. The edge is ground using a proprietary finger-friendly grind. This is the magic. The blade is sharp enough to cut corrugated cardboard and plastic packaging like butter, but it is difficult to cut human skin with it because it resists biting into soft tissue. It is significantly safer than a metal razor. The ceramic never rusts, is non-conductive, and stays sharp 11 times longer than steel. The tool body is rubberized for grip and has a built-in magnet. You can stick it to your refrigerator or the side of your filing cabinet, making it the dedicated unboxing station tool. The hack is safety and longevity. It's a blade you can leave in a kitchen drawer without worrying about cutting yourself instantly when you reach for it. Number 1, True Utility Telescopic Pen. Price, $10. And finally, at number 1, we have the ultimate solution to the most common phrase in human history: does anyone have a pen? The True Utility Telescopic Pen hacks the concept of space. A full-sized pen is uncomfortable in a pocket, it pokes your leg and can leak. A mini pen is uncomfortable to write with because it cramps your hand. This tool gives you both. In its carry mode, it is tiny, about 2 inches long, the same size as a door key. It hangs unobtrusively on your keyring using a specialized V-clip cap. When you need to write, you pull the pen body from the cap. As you pull, a telescopic mechanism similar to an old-school radio antenna extends the barrel instantly to the length of a standard office pen. You get full-size ergonomics and balance. It uses a pressurized refill that writes smoothly. The hack is that the cap stays on your keychain. You never lose the cap, and you can detach the pen quickly to hand to someone else. It is made from brushed stainless steel, so it looks premium and won't crack like plastic. It ensures that for the rest of your life, you will never be the person asking for a pen. You will be the person who has one instantly every single time. It is the definition of a perfect life-hacking mini tool. There you have it, 25 microscopic marvels that prove size has nothing to do with capability. From ceramic blades that don't cut skin to fire that burns in the rain, these tools solve problems you didn't even know had solutions. If you want to upgrade your daily carry, check the links in the description for the current best prices. Which one of these mini tools would you actually use? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and stay prepared.